Is up, everybody? It is, what is it, Thursday, May 28th now? Guys, I am so sorry. I have a fishing report for yesterday. I got in late last night. I was definitely a little bit cold, and I had to take care of a few things. It kind of slipped my mind to get a report out there, but here's my report for yesterday, and it's a pretty simple one, man. We knew that east wind over the weekend, that wreaked a little bit of havoc on the fishery. Blew a lot of cold water up into here, took our warm water and took it elsewhere. So definitely slowed down the fishing for kings and kind of scattered the fish up a little bit. Now, I did have a buddy of mine that was out early yesterday morning. He was getting some steelhead out in 80 feet. His marks were insane. He was showing me his screen. It was absolutely crazy. So we figured, hey, you know what? I checked the weather buoy. Weather buoy said it was 47 on the surface. We'll give it a shot. So headed out with Ben, and we ended up going west, northwest. Took that all the way out. We started in 80 feet, didn't mark a thing. Took it all the way out to 300, didn't mark a thing. Very little. I don't want to say like it was bone dry, but we marked a few. But once we got to about 200 feet of water, it was literally a debris zone. There was so much stuff out there. Logs, grass. I think I saw a balloon. I'm pretty sure I saw Wilson. There was a lot of stuff out there, but didn't really mark too many fish. We spun it around, took it back inside. We thought we saw a break in the water. We went and checked that temperature. That temperature didn't really spike up too much. I think it was like a degree. Checked in there, looking, nothing really on the finders. So we headed east. Got out in about 80 feet of water, just east of the Oak. Started looking again. Didn't really see anything on the screen. Got to about 100. We started noticing that there was definitely some lake trout on the bottom. That's when I turned to Ben. I'm like, hey, do you want to change up gears? Let's go after these Lakers for a few. And Ben was reluctant, but it happened. We were actually laughing because he was like, oh, it's happening, because we started actually marking fish. It was actually pretty funny. But anywho, set up a couple sets of cowbells, guys. Deep rigger, dredging bottom, literally right on the bottom, was a two-faced cowbell carrying a spin glow. That took a nice lake trout. We had another rigger on the other side that was about 5 feet off the bottom. That was carrying a watermelon cowbell with a spin glow. That took a fish. And then the diver, literally just a couple feet off the bottom, thanks to the smart troll, we were able to dial that right in. That was a Mountain Dew cowbell carrying a spin glow. All took fish. I think in total, we ended up getting like 4 or 5 of them in the boat. Just a big thing about the lake trout is, guys, if you're fishing tournaments, a lot of these tournaments allow you to catch lake trout. They can save your tournament for sure. So it's always good to practice with them, to understand them a little bit. I know a bunch of guys out there that absolutely despise catching lake trout. They prefer kings, but sometimes those kings aren't biting, and you got to figure out how you're going to put some fish in the boat, and that's one way to do it. So understanding the Laker game is pretty important. I'm one that will absolutely tell you that, because last season I was in a tournament. I think I had four fish in the boat. I knew I had 2 really nice kings, and I tried to get a Laker. I didn't thoroughly understand the Laker game as good as I really wanted to. Couldn't get one in before the weigh-in. Headed to weigh-in, ended up taking, I think, 4th or 5th place. Had I caught a decent Laker, I think that probably would have put me into 1st, but it is what it is. Now I understand it. See, this is why I go back to that video I made about tournaments, and you learn a lot when you lose, and it pushes you. And I've definitely taken my time this year to really understand the Laker game. Ben understood the Laker game, so it's been cool to learn from Ben on that one. So guys, Lakers out there, 80 to 100 feet east of the Oak on the flats. Didn't really mark any kings. However, I did check the weather buoy literally just a few minutes ago. The weather buoy says that it's 51 or 52 on the surface. That means that warm water is coming right back, which is good. Tomorrow, if I read the weather correctly, it's going to be a nasty blow out of the west-northwest. I think it's going to definitely push some warm water into our area, and I really think the fishing is going to pick right back up where it left off. So I wouldn't be shocked if this weekend the fishing gets back on fire here at the Oak and here on the South Shore. So I know Wilson's been doing good. I talked to people down there. They're doing great down in Wilson and Alcott area, from what I understood. Over here, you know, I haven't really heard much. I haven't put too many feelers out there to see how things are going. But I did hear that some of the guys were getting some kings. One group was getting them out in 400 feet of water. Another couple guys are getting them in 60 feet of water. So it's all sporadic. So hopefully this wind and everything kind of pushes these fish right back in, guys. And we can get back to slaying. So anyways, if you're going out this weekend, be safe. Have fun. Guys, I put up a video the other day for Topic Tuesday about MRI, which is most recent information. And this is where the most recent information starts. If I'm planning a trip to go out this Saturday, I'm starting to look for people's reports. I'm starting to look at Facebook groups, posts, you know, texting my friends, hey, anybody fishing? Anybody hear anything being caught? Looking at the weather buoy, looking at the weather. I'm trying to get ahead of the game so I can plan accordingly for this weekend. So guys, go check out that video. Pretty cool video. Other than that, man, I'm out of here. I'm sorry for posting this a day late, but good news is that warm water looks like it's coming right back in, so the fishing should turn on pretty quick this weekend. All right, guys, I'm out. If you're not subscribed already, make sure you do that. All right, guys, take care.